Most creators lose their audience before they've even said a word, and it's not the algorithm's fault, it's those first 3 seconds. Those 3 seconds decide whether someone scrolls past you or actually stops to listen. I've made over 750 short-form videos and built a combined following of more than 100,000 across Instagram and TikTok, and the pattern's the same every time. If your first 3 seconds don't hook, nothing else matters. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to fix that and how one small change can completely transform your reach. Right, let's dive in. Designing your first frames. Let's start off with that, because when you shoot things, more things get cut off than you expect. So this is a video that I shot. On the left-hand side, it's straight out of my edit. And on the right-hand side is what turns up on Instagram. And if I merge these two together, you'll see that a lot of things on the left-hand side get cut off. Some text appears at the top that says Reels and Friends. That does disappear as you scroll, so that's not too bad. But you can see all those bits of text at the bottom and the icons on the right-hand side. They live there all the time, so you've got to make sure anything important sits outside that. So that's the first thing to note before we even start talking about the 3 seconds. So here's 3 opening frames of some of my videos. You'll notice that there is text overlaying over the top of some of my graphics here. But because I shoot in HDR and I edit in HDR, when you look at them online, that font will bosh right through where it says Reels and Friends. And it is a really good way of doing that. But also because that text is so big and bold, you can make out what's underneath that, even though that bit where it says Reels and Friends does disappear pretty quickly. But when you're trying to make people watch your videos, they need to know what is that video about in those first 3 seconds. So I'm trying to get the length of that text down to a minimum. So this one says secret Instagram cheat code. So you know that when you're going to be viewing this, when you're going to watch this video, you know that we're going to see something that's going to be interesting. There is an Instagram cheat code, and you have to think about the hook. If I started writing by something that wasn't a promise of the entire video, then it's not worth doing. So keep your text down to a minimum. And let's talk about my framing. When I frame up shots, this is the sort of generic way I want to create my content. So I like to leave my top third where I'm going to put that big promise. So in this one, it's like, want to make slip videos? Well, yes, I might do. So I'm going to watch that video from now on because I know what I'm going to get. And the thing I use here is the rule of thirds. So the top third is pretty much my promise. The center third is where I'm going to land at the start of my content. And this was a happy accident, but my feet just landed above where the text landed here. So that was good. But I generally try and put my content at the top. Some people will say that's too high because of where it lands in your profile. But the algorithms now just want to show content like video by video. They don't really want people going through your profile. So that profile view is probably about 1% of my views at the moment. So don't worry about that at all. And the thing that I see so much online is illustrated by this. When I got up yesterday, I screenshotted a few videos that came up in my Instagram feed. And this was the first one, a man talking to the camera. This was the second one, a man talking to the camera. Here's a man talking to the camera. And another man, I think, behind some text talking to a camera. There's a man talking to a camera. Man talking to a camera in that same size shot, and it goes on and on and on. So the thing that we need to try and do is to stand out. So when people start that scroll, they go, well, this is different, because once you squint between all those people, all those first frames, you end up with something that feels a bit like this. So I'm trying to design opening frames that pop. So this is why I wear that red coat, and this is the umbrella I decided to wear, because this is completely different from all those other first frames that we've seen. And that's really important, because you might earn a few thousand extra views just by doing that. It is really quite simple, because everyone is looking for novelty, something a little bit different. And you can do that just by what you wear and the shot choices that you make. Let's talk about that hook writing, which we touched on. So this is my best performing video of late, 321,000 views, and it's an education piece, so it's not going to go crazy viral, but I'm teaching people something. But when I say want to make slick videos, well, most people do, and that's what that promise is all about. We've got to make a promise in the videos. And I was helping someone in my community the other day, because he had a video that wasn't really going that well, and he said, do you have any ideas of how we can change it? And his hook was, the freedom you want starts with consistency today. Well, when you're saying things like that, I'm not quite sure what that is. And also, it's obviously about dog walking, but the freedom you want, do I really want freedom? And it starts with consistency today. So if I was to think about that video, you've already given me the answer, because it's going to be some sort of consistency method. So we tried an experiment where we did some trial reels, and he pitted the original one, against the one that I came up with, which was calm walks without complicated training. So I'm suggesting that people want calm walks, and I'm suggesting that this video is going to give something back by going without this complicated training. So I'm trying to raise the stakes of what you're going to get out of this video and diminishing the problems. So, and that video then went on to get 40,000 views and plenty of leads into his lead magnet, people commenting certain words. But there's also a design aspect to this. The original looks like this, but we can use our graphic design skills and our visual hierarchy to make you look at the right things in the right order, because you might look at that and go, well, without complicated training looks big and calm walks is small. So I would start to design this by putting calm walks in a big font for a start, so we can see that. That's what we're going to look at first. Then you're going to look at the next thing down, which is smaller, without complicated training. And that's going to really be the thing that you'll focus on in the screen. So our eyes will start there, and then they'll move down. But also reducing the amount of text, like the amount of words, will also help those first 3 seconds. And the thing I add into my videos is that the surroundings that you shoot in can be a character. So I shoot in the countryside. That bench turns up a lot. It just sets you apart. If you have some kind of space that you film in that isn't the same as most YouTube bros who are sitting in a space exactly like I'm sitting in at the minute, it shows that you've put a bit of effort in, and it also gives people a feeling of, well, this is a nice place. And if I'm scrolling past 4 of those kind of dudes every morning, and mine is the 5th video, and it's like, there's a breath of fresh air. That's what I want to get across. And there's another thing that someone in a community that I'm in also spoke about is, do we need to actually speak in the first frame? Can we start a video where it's a little bit more cinematic, something happens, and you can do voiceover, but you might not need to speak down the lens, because that is what everyone is doing. So take a look at this. This is an example. This week, I passed 100,000 followers across all platforms. But what you didn't see is how many times I nearly gave up getting here. There were so many times when I'd spent hours editing videos to get 20 likes, and sometimes even no views. And at some point, I thought, this isn't for me. But I kept going. And somewhere between those first awkward videos and now, something clicked. I stopped trying to go viral and started trying to help. And that's when everything changed. Because when you focus on helping people instead of hacking the algorithm, you build something that actually lasts. So, thanks to the old Chris who started this whole experiment. Thanks to my wonderful wife who I've dragged along this journey. And thanks to our amazing daughter who now wants her own YouTube channel. But I do wish I'd started sooner. So if you're watching this, start today or keep going, because 1 year from now, you'll thank yourself too. You've got this. Now, I thought it'd be quite good to have a look at some content that I've woken up to and really enjoyed in the last little while and figure out why it works so well. So let's take a look. This is the first one. Let's just watch those first 3 seconds. Now, would you have scrolled on or would you have waited? Because this is Bradford, and he is very different to your average man just speaking to the camera, and this is the entire clip. And it's just something different. It seems so refreshing because, you know, we all like looking at dogs, but this account has gone big because people just want that escapism. We kind of forget that content is entertainment. So let's do something that is entertaining. And yeah, makes us all feel good. Right, next up is this chap. Let's have a look at his first 3 seconds.
It's time for us to start living life.
Well, the thing here is he has a different attitude towards the lens, which is interesting. His titles are good. There's some sort of symmetry and there's lots of things on the wall. So when you look at those first 3 seconds, we've got a bit of space around him and we go, well, there's something intriguing here. There is not that promise, but there's something to hang around for. So would you have stopped? Let's play the clip.
It's time for us to start living life like everything is working out in our favor. Because let me let you in on a little secret. This is awkward. It is working out in your favor.
So I think there's something in there. There's enough for you to just keep wanting to watch. Now, let's take a look at my content, where I went wrong. So this is early doors when I had, this piece of content had 375 views. You might think content creation has got nothing. So there is no promise. There is, well, nature versus content creation at the start doesn't really say much. And I can see now why that had low views, even though the rest of the video is quite nice. You might think content creation has got nothing to do with this, but it has everything to do with it. Being in nature connects you to yourself and your creativity. How you feel in these moments is what you want to share with your online community. Connection and inspiration. This is where I go. Where do you go to get this feeling? It's just too arty. Well, there's no... I mean, there was a nice sentiment behind it, but at this first 3 seconds, There's nothing you really would hang around for. And you've got to be kind of brutal, because you have to ask the question as from a viewer's perspective of, why would I give a shit? Because you wouldn't. Now here's the next one. Even less views, 278 views. And it just had personality written on the screen. Let's watch the first 3 seconds. Branded content in terms of business, you've got to be quite brutally honest to yourself that it's a bit dull. So maybe people would have given more time back in the day. But then I show that it needs to be fun by doing something interesting. Branded content in terms of business has to be fun. Try not to make it too dry, and try and get your personality across. Really, that UFO should have appeared in the first 3 seconds to make you want to watch. But yeah. So then when we move on to things that have worked, here's something with 83,000 views. Try this. Start your scene on a wide. Now, it just says simple scene, so you know that something's going to happen. And it says try this, which is a precursor to going, look, there is something here that could be of interest for you. So, and it looks very different from those people that we scrolled through who turned beige. There's something different. That is the real trick about short form content, novelty. And then if you watch the whole thing, it is all very different from those people. Try this. Start your scene on a wide shot. Show people where you really are. You don't even need to speak to the camera. And then when you're ready to speak down the lens, just look from where the camera was to where you are now. It's pretty straightforward, and it just makes it seem, well, more thought about. Follow me for more tips like this. That reel is all about value, and you get a sense from that at the start. So next time you hit record, remember those first 3 seconds decide everything. If you found this helpful and you're ready to take your content further, that's exactly what we do inside the studio. It's a community for coaches and consultants learning to make simple videos that actually get seen. We open the doors again soon, and we only take on a handful of new members each time. You can join the waitlist through the link below. And if you're wondering what gear I use to make all these videos, I've got a full breakdown for you. Cameras, mics, everything, right here. Right, go check that out, and I'll see you soon.